and the biggest stressor, as you know, is inflammation. And that's especially true for those of us who are over 60, but it's also true for kids who are really pushing it. I had an opportunity to give a presentation, gosh, it's probably 6 or 7 years ago, to a group of coaches and trainers here in the Pacific Northwest. So these were coaches and trainers, junior high school, in hundreds of school districts throughout Oregon and Washington. And so it was a huge auditorium and with rough, over 1,000 people in the audience. And I asked them, I put a chart on the wall, I'm sorry, on the screen, showing the increase in injuries, in sports-related injuries. And it was one of those charts that you look at and you go, well, how is that possible? Because, over the last 10 years, the slope upward was just, a straight line of increasing injuries relating to sports. So I said to the group, so I got a question for you, which is, have you drastically changed your training programs? Is that the reason for this incredible increase in sports-related injuries? And I knew the answer because the answer was, well, no, we haven't changed our training. We're still doing the same things that we were doing. So I said, well, then what's responsible for this incredible increase in sports injuries? And I let him think about that for a while. And I said, I know the answer. I'm just asking you if you know the answer. and so finally I said, look, here's what I want you to do. Walk into the locker room tomorrow and go over to the garbage cans and see how many empty cans of Red Bull, Rockstar, and Monster you find in the garbage cans in your locker room. There's your answer. Because caffeine is pro-inflammatory, and these kids are not just drinking half a can or a can. They're slamming down 2-3 cans of Red Bull and Rockstar on a daily basis because their little bodies have grown to require that kind of hyperstimulation. And then you're sending them out on that field or on the floor or on the ice or whatever sport you're in. You're sending those kids out there, and they're so inflamed, they're so prone to injury that's the reason why sports injuries are increasing at such a dramatic rate. Now, you think I had their attention? Because it's important that you not only understand that you've got to help them deal with the inflammation, and we have ways to do that are safe and effective, but you got to get through to the parents that they cannot continue to have their young athletes slamming down these harmful, addictive products. If every kid that you come across was taking some Regenicare on a weekly basis, maybe a couple of Regena-free on a daily basis, wouldn't do any good if we did that and didn't address the problem here,